I'm Claire. I had a hysterectomy through my Benenden membership on the 20th of February. I've been a member for about 2 years now. Because I was struggling with my periods, they were very, very heavy, painful. I also had some fibroids, but actually at the time of having it, it was also discovered that I had some endometriosis too. The options of a coil being fitted, but I'd had some previous problems with having that, so I didn't want to go down that route. He also offered me I think it's called an ablation or something along those lines, which meant basically he could sort of sort out the lining of my womb. But again, I just wasn't happy to go down that route. I knew that I was ready for a hysterectomy to solve all the problems. I initially went to my doctor and was referred to my local hospital under gynaecology. However, the waiting lists were so long at the time, and I knew it was an option to come through to Benenden, so I asked him to refer me over to Benenden for it. I had years of problems with my periods. It had now got to the stage where I probably had 1 week out of a month where I was feeling okay, with the build up to it. So I then also discovered I had PMDD, so it wasn't just PMS. My whole mental health as well was being affected by it. So I came along for my first appointment off the back of years of going through different referrals, having different scans, being in pain and not really knowing what was causing it all. I sat down with Mr. Gupta and he was absolutely fantastic. When the pandemic started, it was a struggle to speak to a doctor. You certainly couldn't be seen by anybody. So I looked into the benefits of it, and I could see that you could speak to a doctor on the phone. You could do video calls with them. And I wanted that reassurance really for myself and the family that we had that option going forward. Pre-assessment with a fantastic nurse. She went through everything. She was so thorough about it all, even down to the existing medication I was on, what I could continue taking up until the day of the op, what needed to be stopped and when. It was all written down for me. I had numerous paperwork, booklets to understand what was going to happen during the operation, and we talked about the anaesthetic. I explained that I sometimes struggle with anaesthetic, and she made notes about all of that. When I came in on the day, the staff in the ward were fantastic. Again, just asked me if I understood what was going to happen on the day and how I was going to feel. I had lovely nurses. They were really good to me, really looked after me. The facilities were great. I had my own room, ensuite bathroom, TV in the room, everything that I needed really. It was like home from home. It's lovely, it's quiet, it's peaceful, there's countryside surrounding it, lovely people in the hospital. Everyone you come across is so friendly. Recovery has been amazing, far better than I could have ever hoped for. I really expected to be at home in bed for 6 weeks, you know, really struggling to get on with life, but life has returned to normal, and even a better normal actually now, because I feel like I've got more energy. The hospital sent me away with HRT. I'd highly recommend using Benenden because I didn't have the waiting times that other people are experiencing. It's a low-cost option each month for me and my family, which gets us seen quickly. Diagnostics are done. I've had numerous scans here as well. But the surgery in itself was fantastic, and a service that I wouldn't have received elsewhere. Definitely go and speak to their GP first of all. Take out Benenden membership, that's a good one as well. But really just seek advice and help. Don't suffer in silence, because I think too often we are told that it's something else, or there's nothing wrong, or it's normal to feel the way we're feeling, when actually it's very much not, you know. Also, don't be afraid to speak at a young age too, because I was told so often that some of my symptoms, you know, weren't relevant for my age. I was way too young to be thinking along those lines. If you've got a family history of women's health problems as well, to, you know, really take that into consideration, and look online, speak to friends. There's a lot of friends that you might find are going through the same problems, but definitely get some help with it as early as you can.